How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you another Digimon adventure. Oh, wait. Ooh, wrong show. Sorry. Digimon Ghost Game episode review and recap. Wow, the way that just effortlessly rolled off my tongue. I think I might need to do a rewatch of Digimon Adventure. Which one? I don't know. Maybe 2020. But anyway, today's episode is episode 32, entitled Who Are You? So before I go any further, please, I don't care who you are, I just need you to hit that like button, give me a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bar to be notified of more things like this. Bar, it's a bell. It's been a long day. Um, we're close to 200 subscribers right now. The ultimate goal is 1,000, and I know that all of us can reach it. Yeah. So, preliminarily, or give you a little foreword, this episode felt out of place, and I wish it would have appeared ex- right after Gammamon got his ultimate form. That is where this feels like it should have been. It's kind of funny because I was thinking of several ways that this could have been solved, and this episode brings about a big problem that I discussed last episode. Actually, I'm pretty sure I remember it. If it wasn't last episode, it might have been episode before last, and it involves Jellymon. So let's just begin. I'm gonna get the cat out of the bag right now. No pun intended. This is Betsumon. This nasty Digimon. I hate this design. This is literally worse than Nuamon, who is literally poop. Actually, Damemon, who is a mechanized ninja poop. This is one of the nastiest designs I've ever seen. Yes, outie belly button and an obvious bulge in the pants. Just gross. And funny part is, if you guys out there play Shin Megami Tensei or the Persona games, there's a penis monster in those games. And those are less offensive than this thing here. Yeah, less offensive than that. And that's funny to say that. Now, obviously, this stupid thing is imitating Tailmon, aka Gatomon. And what can we say about Betsumon? Ultimate level Digimon. So yeah, could have been early on episode because Ghost Game loves to just pile it on with ultimate levels, and it's so bad because I actually like the ultimate level. It was my favorite level before we got to Mega, and I was able to see what they were able to do further beyond that. So this is sometimes the data. I'm gonna guess it's a virus type in this one. This Digimon actually showed up in Cross Wars, the Hunters who leapt through time, imitating lots of Digimon, including I don't remember this guy here. It's one of the enemy Digimon. And I cannot remember that Digimon's name, but Tubimon, oh my god, Gilmon, freaking Angemon or Angewomon, I can't tell from here. Um, oh man, I don't remember the rock and roll Digimon's name either. Wow, I really don't remember Cross Wars a lot. Uh, Dark Knightmon, I do remember him, and Omnimon slash Omegamon. But let's talk about this guy, right? An eccentric Digimon that impersonates all sorts of Digimon in order to confuse the enemy. While it is a puppet Digimon, similarly to Edamon and Monzemon, it is a rare type capable of disguising itself as various types of Digimon by changing the Digimon suit, question mark, it wears. That's exactly what they say. And funny enough, when it took off its Gammamon suit, this thing went from tiny to man size and it has a suit inside the suit. Crazy. Its special move are Sukomi Punch, which despite only having a power of a straight man's interjection. What? Oh, straight man interjections, like the comedy for stand up, like a straight man. Yeah. Despite only having the power of a straight man's interjections, has the ability to mentally drain the opponent and cold gag, an attack which utilizes its dubious gaze and cryptic gags to stop opponents in their tracks as if they've been frozen. This is a joke character if I've ever seen one. Sheesh. Did I mention I hate this Digimon? I despise it. Anywho, that is the enemy of today. I just got it out the way because I don't like it. So we start things off with Gammamon saying, he's dreaming and sleeping with Hero, and outside the window is the thing that's going, he, he. It's that nasty thing. It's even in a Gammamon suit already. And, the next day, Gammamon says, oh, he's going to meet up with a friend, and Hero says, is it a human or a Digimon friend? It's a Digimon friend, right? They're going to go meet at the park, and he says, hey, if anybody asks, what are you? I'm a hologram. Kaboom! He's like, you don't have to add the kaboom. It's cute. He has a kaboom in there. And he goes off, and even Clockmon's like, hey, you're by yourself. That's not, you usually don't do that. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go meet a friend. Bye. Meanwhile, already after he left, fake Gammamon's right behind the door. Knocks on the door, comes in, Hero, I want my Psycheo. Obviously, this jerk has been following, memorizing, studying what makes Gammamon to trick Kyo. Now, initially, when Kyo sees his face, he goes, oh, then all of a sudden, he is fooled. Now, I don't know if that is like this thing's hypnotic power. Again, didn't say it had a hypnotic power, right? Even in Cross Wars, I do not remember people going, "Oh man, that's actually Omegamon." Oh man, it's actually the belly dancing cat Digimon. Sue me, guys. I'm sorry. I can't remember a lot of these names. It's late, but yeah, right. Like people didn't go, "Oh man, it's what Dracumon turned into in that series," because Dracumon was part of the rival persons and it wasn't exactly evil but exactly good. It's a gangster type of thing. That thing turned from Psychmon. Regardless of this, he sees a face but is instantly fooled, right? Then when Gammamon's in bushes and little kids are coming up to him, he's like, I'm a hologram, and then runs, right? He's like, I've been waiting all day. Flies back home. The thing looks out the window, sees him there, says, "All right," just flies out, says nothing to Hero. Then Gammamon comes in, and Hero's like, "Oh, you just left." He's like, "No, I didn't. I just got back. My friend had me waiting there for a long time." And even this thing is outside laughing, he 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 he. I'll replace you. Just the moment I knew what Digimon this was, I just hated it. Hate this creature so much. Anyway, I digress, everybody. Um, where am I at? So Hero comes over to Kiyoshiro's room, and Gammon's in there, and Kiyoshiro's like, "Can you help me, please?" He's biting all of his stuff, like Gammon does. As a matter of fact, the fake Gammon was biting the tablet, I guess, to put on the ruse. And he's saying, "Hey, what Rule 10, don't buy his stuff." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, I remember that." And he says, "Man, I'm surprised you got back before I did." And he's like, "What do you mean? I saw you outside." Fake Gammon was outside, and with his friend, his dumb friend, is like, "Oh man, your hologram can come and go. You guys are really dumb if you don't know what Digimon are." Like the people who've been attacked and had casualties by these things, there's no way that there aren't people aside from that one computer lady that accidentally captured one. Well, she didn't accidentally capture one, but captured one. I'm surprised there's not more people that are going, "Ooh, Digimons," right? Anyway, um, when Hero goes, "Yeah, I thought Kirishiro gave you permission to go out," and he's like, "No," and Kirishiro's like, "I wouldn't do that. He's been here with me the whole time. I can confirm that." Hero thinks maybe I was just seeing things. So, oh boy. Now, Gammon's on the roof and he's talking to a fake Gatsumon. Already, I can tell what Gatsumon's supposed to look at from behind, but I can also tell that the thing is fake because it points. And the funny thing that they do, and they shouldn't have shown us like a Digimon outside watching. It kind of breaks it down. Maybe kids fall for it, but the whole beginning part, we never see this other Gammamon's face ever, which is adds to the ridiculousness of you saw what that ugly thing looks like. Adds to the ridiculousness that it can fool anybody. But anyway, the fake Gatsumon says, "Oh," just points. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna go play now." He's like, "Let me go tell Hero. Very good little brother you are, Gammamon. Informing him where you're gonna be. Hey, I saw my friend. We're gonna go play at the park." He's like, "Cool." The moment he leaves, and goes to the park again, waiting. The fake one comes in, and what kills me is that first meeting. He eats the chocolate and crushes it and throws it. Even Hero goes, "Are you Gammamon, dude? You all are supposed to be super smart. Pay attention to mannerisms. Yeah, you're paying attention to what he says every day, like Psycho for chocolate and him biting on things. When has he ever crushed a container that he was done with and just chucked it? He doesn't do that. Like, and we can acknowledge that Digimon are a thing, right? So why wouldn't you be like, oh, something could have fooled me? And this is when I'm going to get upset. So he comes back. Gammon comes back after waiting again all day, and he's like, oh, Hero's like, oh, who are you? He's like, it's me, Gammamon. But that's Gammamon. And then we finally see the ugly face of this thing just laughing at him, eating his chocolate. He's like, that's my chocolate. And he's like, no, that's Gammamon's chocolate. And he's like, so who are you, buddy? I'm like, so you can't tell that he is supposed to look like him, and they're both flying. You don't acknowledge that there could be more than one Gammamon. One, two, you can't acknowledge that you'll be tricked. You're so sure by what you see. There's been a giant cherry tree that's eating people, and at this point in time, you're okay. And so he's trying to convince him, and he's like, it's me, it's Gammamon. He happens to be on the computer with Ruli and Angoramon. Goes over and says, Ruli, tell him who I am. He's like, we don't actually know you. And Goramon doesn't know him either. Comes the ugly cat face. I don't understand how this thing fools people because you never get into it. Like this is given more weight. Like it's not even a supernatural ability. It's just I have on a suit. I fooled you. Hee hee. All right. So Gammamon bangs on Kirishiro's door, and you see his teeth, his sharp teeth are on full display. He's like, "Hey," and Kirishiro must just be a punk. Kirishiro, you're a punk, bro, because you see something that small, you're like, who are you? Now, unless you're telling me, and it's not explicitly stated, not even the encyclopedia doesn't say it. When it takes something's place, does it make other people think that they are that ugly thing? No clue. But he's all freaked out, and he's like, well, what about Jellymon? And Jellymon has already been replaced. You can see the ugly face in the window. And I'm just going to skip early. I don't care if I say this twice. The reason why they're able to replace Jellymon so easily because she always leaves for days on end. That has to stop sooner or later. Like that is an issue because now you're at the point where you let Jellymon go as she pleases, and now there are things that know this, and Jellymon's not tactful at all. No character growth. But let us continue. So now Garamon is outside in the rain because no one knows who he is. No one believes he is who he says he is. And wow. Just wow. So he's out in the rain, and we get to see a Digimon that some people might not like because of where it came from. From Digimon Adventure Try, we are meeting Meikumon. Yes, that's right. The champion level Digimon that somehow turned out to be another uh, the Digimon of another Digi destined or chosen child, if you will. I did not finish Digimon Try, admittedly, but I know who this guy is with his very, very deep voice and all the trouble this thing has caused. It is a champion level Digimon free type, unknown. This thing is an anomaly. As a matter of fact, the crisscross designs on it are supposed to be DNA, right? So it's a champion level Digimon characterized by its large ears and tail. Although it's hard to imagine based on its fluffy coat of fur and adorable appearance, it actually possesses extremely sharp claws beneath its paws. Other than hiding its shy face, the two feelers that extend from his neck are also excellent to use as a scarf when cold. The special moves are scratching the opponent with the sharp claws called Shut Claw and spitting out a hairball from his mouth called, oh my goodness, it destroys data called Traco Bizarre. Can't even believe I said that on the first try. Toriko Bizaru. Yep, Toriko Bizarre. Of course, like I told you, Digimon Try also showed up in Last Kizuna, apparently, briefly. Yeah, yeah. And now it is one of the victims of Betsumon. And this is indeed sad because while Gammamon is crying outside, Meikumon meets him. He's like, "Well, who are you?" He's like, "I'm Gammamon." He's like, do you have proof of that? Do you even know?" I don't even know if I'm actually Meikumon. Fun fact: it's called Meikumon because of Maine Coon cats. Very fluffy. That's where the design came from. Look them up. Very, very. I won't say interesting looking cat. Like I love how Maine Coons look. Very fearsome, elegant looking cats. Anyway, doesn't even know if it's him, and he's saying, you know, they show up one day and they take my place, and people don't recognize me now. Then they laugh in my face, like, what did I do to deserve this? And Gammamon sees that nasty Gammamon thing laughing at him, and he goes, eventually, I'm going to disappear if no one remembers me. And in that rain, he vanishes. He's gone. Now I don't know if this is more of a reference to Meikumon missing. If you know the Digimon Try lore, you know exactly what I'm getting at. I still want to cover that on this channel too. The three different chapters of that. But yeah, or four different chapters of that. But yes, it could be a reference to that. Maybe Meikumon vanished in the Ghost Game universe and went over to the Try universe. Who actually knows? But yes, he vanishes. Gammamon, go jumps forward and then he falls and he's in the rain, and it's pretty sad, but it's not as sad as it's gonna be. So this nasty thing leaps out, and there's more. There's dozens of Betsumons everywhere, and even the Jellymon Betsumons are still talking in the voice. So annoying. And they're saying, yeah, we're gonna replace the whole dorm. He even has a Kirishiro outfit first because he's a dorm leader, right? Like, yeah, it was pretty dang easy replacing that Gammamon. Yeah, it was entirely too easy. This is supposed to be like your little brother hero, but I don't I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I wish I had time to watch the Cross Wars episode that Betsumon showed up in, just so I can get confirmation on whether people fully fall for this or not. Excuse me. I don't remember that episode, but yeah. Gammamon hears this and he sees, he's like, "Oh, heroes in trouble. Kyo is in trouble. Gotta go help him." He goes on Kirishiro's window, knocks on it, and he hears Jellymon outside saying, "Darling, let me in." He's like, "Why don't you just phase through the door like you normally do?" And he still goes to open it. You're supposed to be a super genius, but you have no. I don't even want to call this common sense. It's just I'm supposed to suspend my disbelief, but he's a hacking genius. He graduated early and chose to go to Japanese high school, even though he has all these degrees and everything, because he wanted to get that experience, which is okay, it's all good and well, but you didn't put two and two together. Like, these are the things that could save your life. Anyway, we go to. He's like, I'll get Hero. He knocks on the window, and they already got a guy that wants to replace Hero, and they're like, yeah, we're replacing him right in front of you. And then he gets up, and they slowly close the door, and the fake Gammamon's there. He's like, "Oh, you're excited for the picnic? Well, hey, it's your friend. You can come too." And I guess daybreak was right then as well. So they're outside eating. Mind you, the one thing that prompted the Betsumon to meet the other Betsumon, while Hero is sleeping, he finds all of this spicy wasabi and mustard, puts it on bread, eats it, and takes off the suit. And he's just like, "Ugh, I can't eat all this chocolate. I prefer sweets. I mean, I prefer spicy stuff." Now, this is when this is going to come back. So they're at the picnic, and Hero just doesn't know it's him. He's up here stroking this nasty thing's head. It's in the Gammamon suit, right? And the thing even flies. Funny enough, this thing smacked him out of the way, which makes sense now that I know he's an ultimate, that he's able to easily smack Gammamon, but still. Smacked him when he was trying to attack him for eating his chocolate. And Gammamon is just upset and he thinks about Meikuman. Meikuman going, I'm gonna disappear. You'll probably disappear too. And he just looks at the chocolate. Hero gives him a piece of chocolate, and he's like, "My Psycho, my champ. Psycho means champion. That's what he calls his chocolate." So he just jumps in the chocolate and just starts eating it because that's who he is. What he is that chocolate. He's gonna remember himself and not be forgotten. So the freaking fake Gammamon, the Betsumon, tries to keep up with him and tries to eat. Gammon's shoveling the chocolate into his mouth. And this thing passes out because he's like, I can't eat another bite. And Hero looks at him, realizes it's not him, and looks at Gammon, who finishes eating, and goes, Gammamon. And it looks like they're about to have a touching moment where Gammon leaps into his arms, but Gammon clutches onto his head. And this is one of the instances where you know Gammamon may be a child, but you can see the adolescence coming out, right? Because he's sobbing, heavily sobbing. This is actually a genuine moment where I was actually felt pretty bad for Gammamon. I felt it was sad for him in the rain, Charmander in the rain moment, but this was actually sad because he's sobbing heavily because he was close to being forgotten and replaced and gone forever. And Hero does the very adult thing, holds him, tells him he's sorry that he got tricked, cleans his face off, and now it's time to deal with this thing. And of course, I guess all the Betsumon were just waiting for that moment to get Hero because they all pop out. By the mind, once they got Kirishiro, they start replacing everybody. They replaced the girl that sat behind the desk. So they've taken over the whole dorm except for him. And so they're going to fight. Well, Gammamon wants to throw hands and turns into Winston Gammamon. So he shoots all these things. And they just make this weird noise. It's just apparently it doesn't hurt them, even though they all go flying. And then three of them do the straight man punch and hit him into the sky, and he comes down. Nah, we ain't having that. Turns into Kano Weissmon. Now this can handle an ultimate. Hope he can handle 12 plus ultimates, right? Does Meteor Lux and it hits them, but doesn't look like it hurts them. And then they go flying into the air one by one. I can't tell if they're passing gas, multicolored gas, while flying in the air. And to break the fourth wall, three of them hit the camera, like Turtles in Time style. When you take the foot ninja and throw them into the screen, that's exactly what happens. They fall into the screen. They're all knocked out, and Hero, Kano, Weissmon, Gammon are trying to figure out what do we do with these things. Clockmon jumps up and says, okay, it's been Betsumon. Yeah, these are some nasty Digimon, to say the least. And he's like, yeah, they've been kind of replacing the other Digimon around. You know what? Leave them to me. I'll deal with them. I hope he murders them. All of them. All of them. I wish Ghoulish Gammamon would have came out and just stabbed all of them. Because I hate them. I hate them worse than Commandermon. And I don't even hate Commandermon. I actually like Commandermon. It's just, I've never disliked the Digimon so much. But this guy, just, yeah. But yep, the day is saved. Everybody remembers him. Jellymon comes back while Kishiro is actually tied up. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't even remember at this point. Ruli and then Gormon like, oh wow, sounds like you've been through a lot. They had to free the whole dorm, and now they both recognize him. And oh my god, and Gormon still gives his little soliloquy speech thing where he says, if you wish to know whether the figure you see is real or fake, you should open up your heart. Maybe. And I just said F off. I'm like, you don't get to say that when you all couldn't tell the difference between a nasty cat in a suit and a cute Gammamon. Nah, you don't get to say that. To be fooled so easily. For you to be Mr. Smart Man, to not go, well, there's this other Digimon claiming to be Gammamon. There is one Digimon that replaces people. Nah, couldn't be. And now we get a new indie song. Literally spooky disco. it's all the shadows were actually just Digimon that they made friends with, including a Shuramon, which he should have been destroyed. And at the end, we do get Black Tailmon holding up the disco ball, so that is a plus. Next episode, I guess Kirishio is gonna end up getting killed or something. I don't know. This episode gets a 3 out of 5. I know the baseline of this series, and the last two episodes were able to get 3.5s or 4s because I enjoyed them. Now, how did I feel about this? It feels like this episode shouldn't have been like 32. This should be whenever Gammamon turned into Count Weissmon. This is when that should have been. Should have been right after that. This feels way too early series to be something that's. I'm going to assume that this show is going to end with 64, 65 episodes. I'm assuming, even though we don't have any plot. I don't know if this is supposed to go on for a long time. I have no clue how it's doing in Japan. But for this episode to be put right in this section, when it seems like it should have been 10 episodes ago, I gotta give it a 3. And this is not even me counting disliking, like, Betsumon. This is just me going, this feels kind of early ish, should have been earlier. Um, I couldn't suspend my disbelief because you guys are supposed to be super intelligent. This is another thing where you realize that you're encountering Digimon that do some really messed up stuff. How is it not in your realm to go? This could be a trick. But again, I kind of put this on the writers for not explaining fully what does Betsumon's ability actually entail. Does it mean like, oh yeah, he makes everyone believe that it's you and it's not him, but does it make everyone think that you're him? Right? I would have loved to have seen Gammamon look in a pool of water and it wasn't his face, or walk by a window and it wasn't his face. Well, to him it would be his face, but I would love to see what the others saw, right? That's just small little conflict. It's watchable. I wouldn't It's not top 10 episodes, but it's watchable. It's a 3. It's a 3. So let me know what you thought of the episode in the comment section down below, please. Did you enjoy it? I know this for something that could have been played up for laughs. It had a lot of emotional beats in it. This is why I said it should have been early because he's supposed to be your little brother. Even Gammamon says, "I'm Gammamon, Hero's little brother," to confirm that it's him. So this feels like something that should have been early on to test, their emotional bond. But it is what it is. Again, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe as well if you haven't. And if you are subscribed and if you're new here, please hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos just like this. As always, thank you for taking some time out to spend some time with me. Be good, be blessed, wash your hands, wear a mask, be safe out there. Please, no matter what, be good to yourself, be good to others. Just don't be a jerk. Take care of yourselves. You're not alone. Never give up. And I will most certainly see you guys next time.